Good morning, my dear students. Welcome to the chemistry class. And today I will start from the merits of Mendeleev's periodic table. First, we will discuss about the grouping of the elements. Mendeleev has successfully grouped the elements into 8 groups and generalized the study of the elements. Next is gaps for undiscovered elements. Okay, Mendeleev left some gaps in his periodic table because that time that elements are not discovered. Okay, now periodic tables that total 118 elements, that elements are discovered. Next one, this prediction of properties of undiscovered element. Mendeleev predicted the properties of some undiscovered elements like Eka aluminum, means that they are placed below aluminum. Okay, so this one, and that time this one not discovered. Okay, Mendeleev predicted about this element. And another is Eka silicon. Okay, that means after silicon, this element. Okay, so whatever prediction he did, okay, it was correct or it was similar with this element. That means now they are named as, this is the Eka aluminum, they are called, now it is called gallium, and this is called Eka siluminium, Eka silicon. Okay, this is called that is called germanium. Next, Mendeleev also corrected some mass of the elements. He corrected the mass of the elements like gold and platinum by placing them in the proper position, according to the mass number. Next, we will discuss the defects of Mendeleev periodic table. First one is the anomalous pair. Argon atomic mass is higher compared to the potassium. If you look at here, this is not Mendeleev periodic table, this is a modern periodic table I am showing. If you look at the argon, argon atomic mass will be around 40 and potassium atomic mass is 39. But in the Mendeleev periodic table, here also argon is placed before potassium. But we cannot understand, and it should be that potassium first, then argon will come, as argon atomic mass is higher. Another example we can give, that cobalt atomic mass is higher than nickel, but cobalt is placed before nickel. So these are the anomalous pairs. Next we will discuss about the position of isotopes. We know that isotopes having the same atomic number but different mass number. So as their mass number is different, so their place should be different in the Mendeleev's periodic table, but actually there is no space, separate place for this isotope in the Mendeleev periodic table. Hope you can understand. This is another defects of Mendeleev's periodic table. Next one is the grouping of chemically dissimilar elements. Elements such as copper, silver, has no similarity in properties with the alkali metals, like sodium, lithium, but they have been placed together in the first group. That is, there is no cause. Another, we can tell that separation of chemically similar elements. Elements that are chemically similar, such as gold, platinum, but they have been placed in separate groups. And here also we cannot tell why the cause. The cause of why they are placed in separate groups. Next one we will tell about the electronic arrangement. Here the modern periodic table all are arranged according to the electronic arrangement, and they in each group they have same valence electron. But according in the Mendeleev's periodic table, we from the periodic table we do not get any idea about the electronic arrangements of that elements. This is another drawback. Next one is position of hydrogen. In Mendeleev periodic table, the position of hydrogen is 1. It has some properties similar with these alkali metals, but it has similarity with the properties of the group 7 halogen elements also. But why it is kept in the group 1? There is no satisfied explanation. Understand? So next we will discuss the modern periodic table. That you have to learn properly, and this is very much important. But we should not disrespect that Mendeleev. Actually, Mendeleev first gave the successful classification according to the mass. Then later H. Moseley showed that not the atomic mass, atomic number is the fundamental property of the atom. The present basis of this classification of these elements is the atomic number of the elements. Now, according to this modern periodic law, the physical and chemical properties of elements are the periodic function of their atomic numbers, not the atomic mass. Okay, and when the elements are arranged in the increasing atomic number, okay, then what is happening after some elements, after regular interval, okay, their properties are similar. Suppose here you can see hydrogen, helium, then lithium, then beryllium, boron, carbon, nitrogen, oxygen, fluorine, neon, then sodium. Okay, now here lithium, sodium, potassium, all properties, okay, whatever they are in the same group, they are in the same group, their properties are same. Next we will discuss the expression for the anomalous of Mendeleev classification of elements. Okay, first we will discuss the position of isotope. We know that in Mendeleev periodic tables, okay, there is no position for isotope. But according to the modern periodic table, okay, the elements are placed according to their atomic number. As the isotopes have same atomic number, so definitely the position of the isotope will be the same. Like hydrogen has 3 isotopes, that is protium, deuterium, tritium. These are naturally occurring isotopes. They will be placed here. Hope you can understand. And chlorine has 2 isotopes. Okay, what is the position of chlorine? Here is chlorine. So chlorine 1735 and 1737. Okay, so they will be placed in the same position. Hope you can understand. So these things is cleared, okay, or corrected. And in modern periodic table, position of anomalous pair also corrected. Like argon and potassium. Here if you see the argon atomic number, it will be 18 and potassium is 19. As 18 is less than 19, definitely argon will come first, then after potassium will come. So this anomalous pair also we get the correct expression, okay, and it is also justified. So in this way the anomalous things, okay, are corrected. Okay, what was the defects whatever present in the Mendeleev periodic table, that is corrected by the modern periodic table. Next we will discuss the modern periodic table in details. Okay, when elements are arranged according to their increasing atomic number, okay, those having an equal number of valence electron, they are at regular interval. All of you know about the electronic configuration. If you look at the electronic configuration of the hydrogen, lithium, sodium, potassium, rubidium, okay, here all their outermost cell containing only 1 electron. Beryllium, magnesium, calcium, strontium, their outermost cell containing 2 valence electrons. So since the number of valence electrons, so periodicity and the chemical property also depends on this valence cell electron. Okay, so that is the cause of the periodicity of the elements. Okay, or in the same group their chemical properties and their sometimes in physical properties, okay, also they are same. Okay, and in modern periodic table, here you see there are some horizontal rows, okay, and there are some vertical columns, and these horizontal rows, they are called periods. In modern periodic table there are 7 periods. Okay, first periods containing 2 elements, that is hydrogen and helium, so this is called very short period. And second period containing 8, lithium, beryllium, boron, carbon, nitrogen, oxygen, fluorine, neon. So 8 elements are there, so this is called short period. Then third, sodium, magnesium, aluminium, silicon, phosphorus, sulfur, chlorine, argon. There is also 8 elements. Okay, they are called also short period element. Okay, and next there is fourth period. In fourth period, the total number of element will be 18. Okay, because here 2 and here in the D block in the 10 and here also 6, total 18 elements are there. So it is called long period. And if you go to the fifth period, here also 18 elements are present. This is also called long period. Okay, and in 6th and 7th, now these are complete. Okay, all elements are discovered. Okay, in 6th and 7th period, what you are getting, the total number of elements are 32, and these periods are called long period. Okay, or we can tell that very long period. Okay, you have to call it very long period. And there are 14 elements, okay, just below. Here you see in the with lanthanum there are 14 elements, cerium to lutetium, and here at actinides, okay, thorium to lawrencium, okay, total 14 plus 14, okay, 28 elements. And with lanthanum, this cerium to lutetium, they are called lanthanides or lanthanoids. They have similar properties. And in the just below it, that in 7th period, thorium to lawrencium, okay, they have also 14 elements, okay, and these are called actinides, or you can tell it actinoids. And there is regular change in the properties of the elements in periodic table, okay, when we move from left to right. When we are moving from left to right, definitely there will be change of the periodic table. But whenever you are going down in a group, their properties are almost same, okay, they have similar property. So the vertical columns, okay, they are called groups, and there are 18 groups. Here you see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. In this way, total 18 is there. And here also the Mendeleev symbols are taken, that is 1A, 2A, and here 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. There was 3 elements, okay, together iron, cobalt, nickel. So this 8, 9, 10 group, we are the, according to Mendeleev old version, that is 8, group 8, okay. Then 11, 12, 1B, 2B, then 13, okay, that in the 13, group 13 is 3A, group 14 is 4A, group 15 is 5A, group 16 is 6A, and group 17 is 7A, and group 18, that is the noble gases group, they are called 0 groups. So in this way you have to remember. And the elements have the same number of electrons, valence electrons, okay, in the same group, and that is why they have similar chemical properties. The elements of the same group show a regular variation in physical properties, okay, and elements belonging or chemical properties, okay, and elements belonging to the same group are said to constitute a family. Like here group 14 we can tell is carbon family, group 15 we can tell nitrogen family, group 16 we can tell oxygen family, and group 17 we are telling halogen family. Generally group 1 elements are called alkali metals because they can produce alkali when they will react with the water. Next, group 2 is called alkaline earth metal because we found these elements in the earth crust, okay. Next we can tell that this is the carbon family, okay, and then this nitrogen family is called nitrogen, okay. Nitrogen means they are choking, okay, nitrogen gas is not helping in breathing, okay, and these are the oxygen, sulfur, selenium, tellurium. These group 16, they are called chalcogens, okay. Chalcogens means ore forming, whatever ores we are getting in the form of oxide and sulfide. And next one is this group 17, chlorine, bromine, iodine, estrogen, they are called halogens, okay, because they are sea salt former, okay. If you take some sea water and if you evaporate, you get this salt like NaCl, NaBr, NaI, like this, okay. So they are called sea salt former, okay. And the last group, okay, that group 18 is called noble gas, okay. They are called noble gas, they are called inert gas, okay. They are not generally reacting, okay, because their outermost shell is complete. Here helium duplet is filled up, and other cases their octet is filled up. Hope you can understand. And here group 3 to 12, these elements are called transition elements. Hope you can understand. And why they are called transition elements? Here the metals are situated. The left side group 1 and 2, and here 13, 14 they are non-metals, metalloids as well as metals are there. But when we are going from left to right, the metallic property decreases and non-metallic property increases, okay. That is why their properties are transition, okay, in between metals and non-metals, okay. That is why they are called transition elements. Next we will discuss about the lanthanides and actinides. Actually they are placed in the group 3, okay, and we cannot place all these here because periodic table will be more wider, okay. That is why they have placed in separate position, that is the below of this group 7, okay. One is called lanthanides and another is called actinides, okay. After lanthanum the cerium to lutetium is there, after actinide there is thorium to lawrencium, and these are called inner transition elements. And later you can understand this whole periodic table is classified according to the electronic configuration, and this group 1 and group 2 is called S block element, and this one group 13 to group 18 they are called P block element, and this group 3 to group 12 these are called D block elements, and here 6 and 7 the lanthanides, actinides are called F block elements. Okay, actually there are some orbital concept. Okay, and when the last electron will enter into the S orbital, then they are called S block elements. And when the last electron enters into the P, they are called P block. When the last electron enters into the D orbital, they are called D block. And in case of F block elements, their last electron is entering into the F orbital. Okay, and this thing we'll discuss in higher classes, that means in class 11 chemistry. Okay, now you just try to remember only this thing. Okay, later we'll discuss in detail. And next we'll discuss about the representative elements, the S block and P block. Okay, they are called representative elements. And period 2 elements, these elements, they have diagonal relationship like lithium, magnesium, beryllium, aluminum, boron, silicon. Their properties is same. Okay, all they have diagonal relationship. So these period 2 elements are called bridge elements. And here the period 3 elements like sodium, magnesium, aluminum, silicon, phosphorus, sulfur, chlorine. Okay, they have the properties of the all groups. Okay, they are showing the properties of the all group elements, so they are the icons. Okay, so that is why they are called typical elements. Okay, so today up to this, and next day we will discuss more about this modern periodic table. Thank you.